Hi, it's Cindy. Oh my gosh, this weather. Get my little Winnie the Pooh up here. Uh, that's how it feels, like a blustery day, and my pool is red again. Don't know why. No idea, but it looks like a big fruit punch bowl. So we are, let's see, day one of Hurricane Watch, and they've named it after my one of my daughters, so that's kind of nice. So we have 2 days off of school, so of course they're like, "Oh, hurricane party," because there's not a lot going on outside. It's just kind of nothing. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. So this weekend, I had a cold. I know you all have missed me so much. You're like, where has she been? So, yeah, I caught the cold that everybody had, and then I was just like, I couldn't do anything. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I was supposed to go to Texas this weekend to go to the Texas A&M game, which Florida Gators won, yay, and Alabama lost too. Woo! I hate that Saban. Sorry, but anyway, I'm gonna have to change my tune since one of my daughters is probably gonna end up there. But that's all good. So I was supposed to go to Texas A&M. So we had a football game Friday night. I couldn't even go to the football game and watch my girls cheer, which we lost, but we're still in the playoffs. So we have a game this Friday night. Unless it rains and it's the storm, then they change it to Saturday night. So right now everything's like a little in flux. And so Friday, I didn't go to the game. The girls were supposed to go to my parents on Saturday anyway, so they ended up going to my parents' house and staying the weekend, and I just stayed home all weekend. And I'd like to say that it was so relaxing, but when you're sick, it's like, not to complain or anything, but just want to explain why I haven't been present as much on social media. I know everyone was worried about me. What's really funny is how you have friends that you check in on every single day. Well, one of my friends who I check in on every single day, or like not check in on, like talk to every day, she, John Hooper, you troublemaker. So she didn't call. She's like, oh, I figured you were gone or something. I'm like, oh God. I will be like one of those cat ladies, except instead of the cats, I'll be like the dog, and the rabbit will be like eating my toes or something. I just saw this today, and I tried to post it, but I couldn't. There was a woman in Minnesota who cut off a patient's foot to use it for taxidermy without approval. And it did not happen in Florida. It happened in Wisconsin. I'm just saying. There you go. So I'm not in my pajamas, I promise. I'm in my Daytona Beach. Oh my gosh, where was I? Was I in Daytona Beach? No, I was here. Oh, I was here, and I'm on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and I had the Daytona Beach shirt on, and this guy goes, hey, are you from Daytona? Really? So, like, I advertise my city wherever I go. I just thought that was so weird. Oh, that sounds horrible. Anyway, so, no, I'm not from Daytona. I'm from Fort Lauderdale. Actually, I'm from North. I grew up in Hollywood, but whatever. Do you want my mother's maiden name, too? Anyway, so I've been working on a lot of stuff. I have a new newsletter that's coming out. The last one I sent, I was not happy with because it wasn't as interactive. I did it on Canva. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Canva, but Canva's really cool. I do all of my postcards, and if you're not getting my postcards and you'd like to get one, go ahead and drop me a text or message me or just post on here, and then I'll just bombard you. So I do my postcards on Canva, which is actually I started them on Canva, and then I moved on to Quark, which is my go-to graphics design program. And then the Canva, I did my newsletter, and it had all these cool things like click here if you want more information, click here, and all this. And then it said it'll easily translate, and then guess what? It did not easily translate. So I had to just do it as a PDF, which really annoyed me. So now I started on this other program. And so the newsletters that are coming out now are a little more interactive, a little more fun, have some video on there. I wonder if I could add music. That would really annoy you. It's kind of like whenever you get those envelopes and you open them up and all the confetti falls out and you're like, oh, that's great. Now I have sequins everywhere, and I know they really wanted it to be festive, but now every time I walk it through that part, it's awful. Okay. I digress, because now I'm really going to digress. So, I don't think I can talk about this because it's about this the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy would come to my girls. I'm going to do it anyway, right? So tooth fairy would come and she would take their tooth and leave money. Well, I didn't think that was enough, so I would go in with sparkles, and I would like fairy dust. So I'm like, it wasn't enough that the tooth fairy would come. I mean, come on, let's amp it up a little. So oh my gosh, it's probably still in their room, but because they haven't, I don't think they've lost any teeth in this house. But anyway, I do sparkles all through that. And I would go, not just from their bedroom. And then I do it, I figure, well, she probably came through the front door. I don't know, maybe through a window. So I go into the bathroom where Red thought she was like, oh my gosh, that was a lot of fun cleaning up. And I just leave it. Anyway, all right, so I have a new newsletter. I'm not going to add music, don't worry. But there is a link where you can click, and it'll take you to my YouTube. Now, I have YouTube on my YouTube. I have some older ones. You'll see like the progression of all of my real estate when I was with Remax, when I was with Compass, and now that I'm at Charles Rutenberg. So you'll see all the progression, but you'll see that I have like different videos from my time spent in real estate. Also, if you're just looking for something fun, because it is kind of a blustery, miserable day, I have my my comedy debut there when I was at the Improv, and some other stuff on there too, some other comedy stuff. So if you want to check that out, subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome, because I cannot get my own handle. Oh, I can get a handle. Do you know that? YouTube has handles now. I'm like, what are we, like Breaker 19? But they have handles now, but I can't change. You know how like on Facebook, it's facebook.com, the Cindy Sessoms is what if you want to log it, type it in. But on YouTube, you can't add your own little Cindy Sessoms or Cindy Sold Me or whatever until you have so many subscribers. So that's my goal. Let's get those subscribers going. My girls make fun of me that I have so many followers on Instagram, but then I'll get like 4 likes. I'm like, whatever. They're not worried about likes, my followers. They'll just go through and look at it, right? There you go. All right, what else is going on in real estate? Real estate, it seems like it's slowing down a little bit. I really am attributing that a lot to the interest rate. First of all, 7%. It's not credit card interest rates, right? Still it's not too bad. And also, they are talking about a program where you can buy back some of the interest points. There's some options out there that are there. If you're a first-time home buyer, there's some options that we can talk about. But a lot of people were, I think, waiting till after the election, which we're still waiting. John Hooper's over there with his tally board. It's like a tradition at our house that every time there's an election, John Hooper comes over. So last night, John was here. Although he was a little tired. I finally had to wake him up, say, John, you got to go. I remember with the one election, was not decided till 3 in the morning a few years ago, and I get the text, whoever won. So I don't get into politics, but it was kind of funny. But it's like our little tradition. So it was kind of nice. And we're starting a new tradition at our house. Anybody do Friendsgiving? I'm not really sure what the traditional Friendsgiving is. I guess you probably have like a real Thanksgiving dinner. We're not doing that. But we're going to start doing Friendsgiving the night before Thanksgiving. Just kind of cool, kind of a little different. Also, because what usually happens is I have the girls on Thanksgiving. I have them up until Thanksgiving, and then we have lunch with my family, and then they go, usually that weekend is their dad's. It just works out. I don't even know how. I guess if I looked at the calendars, I could figure out why, but it usually works out that they go to their dad's on that Thursday through that Sunday. So it's kind of like it'll be a nice kickoff to like, seeing who's still in town, like my friends and so forth. So if you don't get invited to that, don't be offended. I only have so much space. But if you just want to show up, what the heck? Make sure you bring something, like a pie. I don't know. What else? What else is going on? So real estate slowing down a little bit. I think it has a lot to do with the election. People were waiting on that, waiting to see what's going to happen with the interest rate, waiting to see if anything happens in the House and the Senate and things change or anything like that. So if you are thinking about buying or selling, still a good time on both sides. And it's just, I know people say, over the holidays, you want to list the house. The only reason you don't want to list the house, I always say to my clients, the only reason you don't want to list your house over the holidays is because if you're having family or you just don't want to interrupt your life. And unfortunately, that's what happens because God forbid, you get an immediate offer, then everything starts rolling. You got to get into inspections. You got to, there's so many things that happen that all of a sudden now you can't enjoy your holiday. So I have one client, they want to list their house, and they're very stressed out about spending their last holiday here and so forth. I said, because they're moving up north, I said, then just enjoy it. If you can afford to wait, they're building a home up in North Carolina, but they could afford to wait, or they could do like a bridge loan. If you can do that, then I would, I always, my broker's like, why would you tell them not to list now? Well, because my goal as a real estate agent, my goal is to make your purchase or your sale or your lease as easy as possible. That's my goal. I don't want it to be that you're stressed out that, oh my gosh, I have family coming in town and where's all this stuff going to be? And I want my house to look the best. That's my goal. So that's it. I treat every client like they were family. Like, what would I tell my family to do? Don't move. No, don't leave the state. No, but that's how I do it. So anyway, so if you would like to talk about real estate, or you'd like to talk about my cranberry colored pool, oh my gosh, I'm hoping my pool man can come and fix it. I think what happened is when I dyed it for Halloween, which it usually just clears, but I think what happened is usually I have a new pool man this year. I don't know if I had him last year. They usually like rinse out the filter because I'm too lazy to do it. So they usually rinse it out, but I think what happened is it started recirculating. But that's all right. I don't know. Maybe I kind of like it. Except everyone that goes in the pool will come out a little pinker. Oh, Lord. Anyway. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. And I may pop back in again. The girls have some friends over. So, I'm just like hanging out with Pooh Bear. Me and Pooh. It's funny. My old dog was named Pooh. So every once in a while, I accidentally call Teddy Pooh. It's like, oh, sorry. So, and another kind of weird, like, whatever story that I'll just randomly tell you because I got nothing else to do, right? Is my dog, when my dog died, when Pooh Bear died, my youngest was so upset. And she was at school one day, and she's like, I really miss Pooh. And so one of the girls ratted her out. She's like, she just said a bad word. It's like, really? Really? Anyway. All right. Hope you guys have a great day. Everybody a little north of here, because right now it's like so calm. It's ridiculous. But everybody north of here, hope you guys are hunkered down. Hope you guys are getting your supplies. I hope this is a false alarm. Gosh, I hope and I hope that it skirts higher than Fort Myers and Naples when it crosses over. I mean, it's huge, this storm. It's really big. So I hope they don't, it doesn't mess up any of the progress we've made on that side. So hope you guys have a great day. Remember, if you're thinking of buying, selling, leasing, think of me. Commercial, residential, I got you covered. Buy with me, list with me, and then we can say, where is it? Cindy sold me. I gotta get better at this. I was trying to put lipstick on while I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, that's not working. But anyway, you can say Cindy sold me. Woo! Talk to you later. Bye.